Maria, Maria. All right, we sound good. This one goes, be honest. Is this a generational shift or straight up entitlement?
Conversation with a Gen Z employee. I got wind that she's coming into the office at 10 and leaving at 3. I am all for work-life balance. But is it just me that you have to earn that throughout your career? I know people that used to sleep under their desk because they were there so late and coming in so...
They're not being paid enough money. That's the simplest answer. And I appreciate this creator for starting this discussion. You mentioned...
He goes, they're not getting paid enough to sleep under their desk. Or actually, if you pay them little enough, they won't have anywhere else to sleep but under their desk. George Costanza from downtown. But also, if you think about it, before I let him finish here, 10 to 3. See, the younger generations, me, Gen Z, anyone with this mindset, we know that technically, if we're at a job from, let's say, 9 to 5, for 3 or 4 of those hours, we're doing nothing. We're bullshitting. We're just chilling. We're killing time. Milking the clock. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyways, back to FM Smith. I like this guy.
You mentioned in your video, people used to show up early and stay late and sleep under their desk. That's because that sacrifice was worth it. Back in the day, if you stayed at a company for 3, 4, 5 years, you would get that salary bump to $40K. But that $40K could buy you a house, raise 2 children, maybe your spouse could stay home. You could even go to school on the weekends and get a degree on that salary. That no longer exists. So they're frustrated. They're only showing up to work to get a paycheck to not be homeless. So now the sacrifice isn't worth it. And why do Gen Zers want to leave early and millennials want to leave early? Because we have second jobs. Back in the day, when you only had one job and your spouse was home doing all of the chores, all you had to do was put in that 12 hours and you were done. Now, we're still putting in 8 to 9 to 10 hours and then working a second job and then doing the household chores. Our whole life has become work. So
that literally sounded like my life for the longest time. Literally, go to work, get off, and work some more. 8 days a week. I've been working on the railroad. Man, my uncle's gay. That's literally sums up society right now. Like, he's not tripping.
we need to stop blaming Gen Zers and millennials saying, what's wrong with this generation? They're not being paid enough money. So let's put all of our energy with these corporations, managers, and again with this creator. Thank you for bringing up this conversation. How can you pay your workers more money so they don't need a second job and they can actually build and have hope for the future?
Yeah, FM Smith's got a great point. I want to go to this was the original video. I want her to finish out what she was saying about work-life balance and the kind of mindset that's different. I do understand. For instance, before we keep going, I've always understood that in order to go beyond the ether, the great beyond, without a college degree or any real actual viable skills other than bullshitting around and talking for a living, right? Or selling stuff on eBay. I knew that I was going to have to show up more than everybody else. Like, I was willing to, results-based is kind of, I feel like, the mindset Gen Z has, which I think is a good thing. It's not a, we look at things as, let's get paid by the task. Like, we almost look at hourly as a joke, if that makes sense. And I don't blame the younger kids for feeling that way. I've always felt that way. Why would I show up for 8 hours when I could do it in 4 and make the same amount of money? That is the shift. So yeah, I think there is a generational shift. Anyways, before we go in the comments, I got to hear what the original person said here.
Hey, listen, if I have to be in the office 4 days a week from 9 to 5, you have to be in the office 4 days a week, 9 to 5. She says, I need more work-life balance. I am all for work-life balance. But is it just me that you have to earn that throughout your career? The luxury to come and go as you please? I know people that used to sleep under their desk because they were there so late and coming in so early. Is it me? Am I old?
Okay. Now, what I am going to say is she's not wrong. So you might look at me and go, who the fuck is this jamoke talking on the internet, right? That's kind of, how do I have any say in this when I just talk on the internet for a living, right? Well, the truth is she's kind of right. I had to work all the fucking time, then come do this for free every day until I got paid enough. Then I kept working my bartender job and my waiting tables job and selling stuff on eBay and did this for a long time after that. Then once it was a substantial income, that's when the work started. And now I still work basically every day, except for now I can kind of come and go as I choose, and I can work a 3 to 5 hour workday and make substantial money. So yes, that still holds true. No matter what. That's always going to hold true. To be fair on that. So it's not, none of that ever has changed in the history of time. Okay? It doesn't matter what you do, whether you're doing a career or your own business, you're going to have to metaphorically sleep under the desk to get to the point where you can work 5-hour days, 3-hour days. That's the truth. I don't care what timeline we're in. 100 years ago, 20 years from now, it's all the same shit. All right. Millennial perspective. Are they getting the job done? Exactly. Results-based economy. That's kind of where we're at. The milking the clock shit is, leave that in the pasture with the rest of the animals. Why the hell would someone have to earn a work-life balance? I'm almost 55, and I wish I would have demanded a work-life balance when I was young enough to enjoy it. As long as they meet the deadlines, who gives a shit? Yeah, I agree. I really do. Like my boy Nestor, who works with me, helps run this channel. Crazy cousin Nestor. He left his corporate job. He's on the cusp of Gen Z millennial. He's 28. Nestor, you're watching this right now. Get your ass to fucking work, boy. I'm just kidding. I don't care when he does his job. We work together. He's not really working for me. He works with me. But when he started working with me, he said, I'll work every day. Because I'd rather start making less money and do it on my time. Not like his time, but he doesn't need to come and work next to me or alongside of me for 9 hours and me go, okay, you can go home. No. Get the job done. I don't give a fuck when you get it done. Just like he doesn't either. As long as we get our work done, he'll do it every day. He doesn't care, but it's a results-based gig. That's the difference. So it's a reflection of what we're putting in, not just the hours on the clock that we milked and sat through. We're not in that world. But it was kind of cool to see somebody do that, because usually that's what it takes. Milking the clock an hourly, you're only going to go so far. But when you think in that mindset, like a lot of these younger people do, we're looking at a results-based economy. All right, not an hourly deal. Let's normalize working less. Yeah, right. We have computers and AI. Is her work done? Is it done well? Is she meeting her metrics? If the answer is yes, then leave her alone. I think we've got enough just from those comments. I'll leave the link down to FM Smith and this lady down below. But I kind of like this, though. I really do. But the truth is, she's not wrong. It still holds true. Do you have to earn being able to come and go as you please? Yeah, you do. And people are going to learn that the hard way. Doesn't matter. They're going to learn that the hard way. Like, people will find out how much work it actually takes to be able to just show up for 5 hours a day. Like, you have to sleep under your desk for a long time. You have to basically live. You're basically living to work for a long time versus working to live. Anyways, hell of a talk. Shout out to everybody who bought some gold. We are giving away a $450 gold coin through Atlas Bullion. The way to enter that is just buy gold through my link down below. If you've already bought gold in the past through my link, you're already entered the win. We're going to announce the winners coming up, and if you don't hear about it, you'll just get a free coin in the mail. So, anyways, solid talk. Gen Z for the win from downtown.